5-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. Oh, some strong running, and still fighting. A big play there out of the running game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This defense for the Pats, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one is incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They're going to look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now Jones to the right side. It's Kelsey. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that, will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw again. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last.
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 39. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. 2nd and 15. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And room there to work it inside the 25. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jones to throw on 3rd down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Panthers will get the football back. I was going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Dobbins
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dobbins eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dobbins flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks him, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Oh, my God. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They go play action here on first down.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
And Sharp calls it in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Jones now operating from the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. DJ Chark with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander. They flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He finds his man, complete. It's Waters. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Carolina.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Right back to Hubbard. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Kyler Duggar who picked, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Panthers are going to take over, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Well, that's 3.